Check, check. Oh, it's on. Great. Okay. All right, folks, take a look at what's going on here. All right. So, there's my own personal thing with unfortunately the Tulsi thing. The guy named Trent Poole and Mike Brana, right? That's a whole nother issue. I may have even mentioned it in the email, but actually, there's another thing going on in New York City right now, right? I mean, of course, I'm going to address my own thing, but there's actually like some kind of like war going on between the Queen's GOP. I wonder if okay. I wonder how public they made this. I don't want to reveal all my other private. Okay, I want to keep this up. Anyways, let's get to 217. Interesting. Okay, so let me see if I can find Queen's GOP, and let me see if this is on Twitter. If this is still going on, which would be interesting. Their head. Okay, a lot of people posting something they had posted about last night about okay. They had posted up something where they were mad at another Asian Republican club. So we're about to take a look at that in a second. Is this the one? Change the enrollment. Okay. Oh, did they take it down? Hmm. When was this? Yeah, they definitely took it down. Okay, interesting. All right. I could check on my other phone. I heard they had taken it down. Okay, let me see if there's. It probably definitely exists in other ways, right? So the thing is, right now, it's very concerning because there's charges that okay, there's charges that the Asian Republican Club is being infiltrated with CCP. Okay, so let's take a look over here. So okay, let me see if oh, you know what? I bet you it's on Alan Wang's page. Let's take a look. He had reposted it. Let's take a look. That should be interesting. Aha. Let us see. So, oh, it is here. Okay, we're gonna go take a look at that back in a second. But is this the same guy? He's from Atlanta, Georgia. Weird. He lives in Atlanta, New York. Is that the same guy? Could be. Anyways, let's go back to this. We'll take a look at this in a second. Okay. This is live, folks. No, actually, he's different. Okay, it's not the same guy. I don't think. I don't think it's the same guy. Anyways, let's go to over here. This club is not authorized, endorsed, registered by the Queens County Republican Party. Please do not fall for it. The only official one is the Asian American Republican Club in Queens, which is actually so this one over here. There are some pictures of the event that was actually captured by he's on my show called Christopher Leon Johnson. So we'll go take a look at that in a second. Okay. So here you could see, Curtis Lee was actually highly endorsed by a lot of the, by actually I think almost every single Republican borough. I mean, every single borough's Republican club, like major, because like you could have like smaller clubs like Asian Republican Club. You could have like Central Queens GOP, North Manhattan, but then there's like overall borough, right? Like Queens GOP, Manhattan, right? They have their like leaders. Now, this guy is Philip Wang. This guy is Steve Chan, Lester Chang. These guys are elected. This guy ran before. He was a former Democrat. This is Bernard Chow. This is Alan Wang back here. Okay, these are the candidates that are running. Some of the other faces are vaguely familiar, but I don't really know that they're candidates. Here we see Ken Peck. He's actually Korean, and he never really gave me an interview. He had agreed to give. Actually, I have to remember where the message came in from, but he agreed to give me an interview, and then it never happened. Now the thing is that this guy was actually born in America, Lester Chang. I think he may be the first Asian American. We take a look, but he actually got money from people that are tied to supposedly, right, or he got money from China directly. Now the thing is that really, you know, not a lot of people are supporting Asian American man like straight up and down. Like, if he shows up, who's going to really donate to his campaign? So if someone gives him money, he's supposed to say no. Like if he's losing, it's a tough call, right? But there are some very valid concerns, and the thing is that, um, I'm not really sure exactly how much he's got to do for that money or what it is, but then you can see that there's Stephen Chan is also accused of this, but Stephen Chan, Curtis Lee, were actually they have very strong. I would say more than. Oh no, Steve Chan has a pretty strong contingent. In fact, I've even covered this on my channel. I just subscribed to the Office Director of National Intelligence because I tried to shoot a message over to Tulsi, and we're going to look at that in a moment about what's going on here in New York, which is basically what I'm telling you right here. Let's look at Lester Chang. I'm going to say money from China. Yeah, John Chan. Okay, John Chan is often accused. Now, honestly, this is all kind of new to me. John Chan was a Chinatown gangster. This is New York Times. Howledge is New York Times. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. Actually, I hate New York Times, but I do think they're But this is a large news source. And it's not the only one. John Chan was a Chinatown gangster, and then made himself to a powerful force in politics, one closely aligned with the Chinese Communist Party. Interesting. This is the New York Times saying this, not necessarily like a right-wing outlet, but this is actually a left-wing outlet, right? Then we see National Review, John Chan, Chinese party took part in a sexual key org within Chinese. Maybe this is true, maybe this is not, right? Like we know. Anyways, there are these accusations flying around. In fact, these accusations are so harsh that let me show you this Yang Tan lady. So Yang Tan actually ran against. This is Yang Tan right here. She ran against Susan Zhuang, and she lost the race. But Yang Tan is a Republican. She goes hard, right? She actually went to Pennsylvania a lot to, you know, um, go door to door and try to get votes for Trump, which was significant. And I respect the work as in terms of doing that. Susan Zhuang actually bit a cop, but they're both actually fighting against the building of a shelter in the community. But what's crazy is that if Yang Tan or anyone associated with her, there's another guy called Ken or something, right? Ken Lee, I think. And actually, Christopher Leon Johnson talks about this channel. If they tried to go to the protest, which is the largest and longest protest in New York City history by Asian Americans, right? Then I don't know if it's Susan Zhuang. They do have some beef, but people will literally kick Yang Tan out of the event, or people associated with Ken Lee. Not her husband's Ken Lam. There's another Ken named Ken Lee. Take a look. He's actually even featured this Ken Lee guy, I think, in one of my videos with Matt Ong. Let me see, Ken Lee candidate. Let me see. So everybody's accusing each other of being CCP. I don't see him there. Okay, well, let's actually just go to my. So, anyways, what's very interesting, I saw that the number for the office of where is it? I saw the office for the Direct National Intelligence. That I've been sending Tulsi emails for tulsigabbard.com address. Is she still checking? She should be. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, they have a Facebook page. So let's take a look. And the Facebook page. Oh, wait. There might be another one. Okay. The Facebook page actually lists a phone number. Well. Oh, this is in Australia. Okay. Actually, that's interesting. I'm going to look at them on Google Maps as well. That's an interesting. Well, was this the same one that I had before? Yes. Okay, this one over here. So down here, there's actually a Facebook page here. And there is a phone number. And when I called it, it sounds like old recordings of kind of like, you ever hear like those numbers? Like, there's this phenomenon where there's these weird broadcast stations that will just broadcast them like 24 or 32, and people have no idea what it means. They may have decoded at some point. They're not putting it publicly, but these things definitely exist because people are. In fact, let me see if I can find one of them. So yeah, number is broadcast station. Yeah. Yeah, this weird stuff. Like, there's broadcast stations that's pumping out, like, not really sure what's going on.
Since always begins 7 seconds after the top of the hour, spies need to be punctual. Each broadcast starts with a data burst lasting 0.8 seconds, followed by the voice of Yosemite Sam saying,
Some weird stuff. Okay, so let's call this number, that weird static and stuff like that. Maybe the static is the message. I don't know. Let's call them up. Let's call them up. Let's see what's going on, right? Yeah, because actually, what we're trying to do is we're trying to contact the Office Direct National Intelligence and say, you know what? We want to know what is what is going on with the we want to know what's going on with the thing is that the main GOP, right, Curtis Lewa, if the people all around him are CCP related, right, then that's a problem. This is concerning. So maybe the Office of Director of National Intelligence. I'll show the email that I wrote. Okay, well, that's not the one. But they noticed that the Korea Society, all bodies that are really creating policy around Korea, there's no, not headed by Koreans. He's the vice president, um, and cucking is not inclusion. It's an insult. I just want it. That's what I like to. That's what I say. That's my line. So there's other weird things about Queens County GOP. Nunziata has never really insulted me. He actually picked up the phone. We talk. He's the head of the Queens County GOP. But yeah, this is Nunziata. But Nunziata is actually also, there's someone named Kara Castronova, and there's actually a video of him smacking a phone out of her hand, which is crazy. So okay. So let's call this number here, and let's see what happens. Because, you know, I just like to know if we're using, if there's. So the suggestion was made that if China actually has agents in the United States, maybe there's some intel and they could publish it so, you know, regular citizens could know what's going on. So I called the number. The call ended. Yeah, it said like there's nobody at this number, right? So I didn't hear anything. I mean, it looked like the voice. Actually, let's call it my regular phone here. I'll just call it my regular phone. It's interesting that that number doesn't work, right? That's one of the things that really triggered this call. Okay, it's even listed. So I'm gonna call it my regular phone right now.
The number you have dialed is not in service. Please contact the operator for assistance.
Okay, so interesting, right? Now the thing is that if I type, so that's not there. Let's take a look at. We can see Like, I'm not trying to harass Tulsi a little bit. Like, I'm pretty upset about what happened to me. I don't think she wants to address it. Kind of disgusting. Whatever. Maybe it's listed in Google. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Where is the okay address? Let's see. There's off chance Google Maps has it. It was interesting though that it was U.S. Virginia. Okay. This China thing, we know there's a larger amount of, what do they call it? Chinese spying type of infiltration stuff. Okay. So we click over here. What? I don't really need the satellite view. Usually there's some kind of thing where, oh, here we go, exactly. Parking structure? What? No? Ah. Is there a number? There is not a number. Oh well. Let's look at some reviews here. Let's just see what's going on here. Thank you. US, whatever, okay. Weird. Let me try phone number. I mean email, right? Yeah. Really what I want to do is email in. There's no way to message, right? If you have something of national intelligence or importance, right? Like could contact. I don't know. Oh, I could post some post some stuff in here. Email. There may be one post. There should be one, right? She's a public servant. Contact us. Oh, thank goodness. The Inspector General. Wait. Features. How we work. What we do. Who we are. Where is the I'm not going to give them a really hard time about the phone number not working, right, on the Facebook. I mean, they have a lot of other things going on, but it's nice that they could fix that up, right? If I could send some information about that. Is there a way to contact? Hotline. Oh. Right. Oh, okay. What to report? Okay. Fraud, waste, abuse, misconduct, criminal act. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is an instance of national security, right? Okay. Let's forward this to. Okay. CCP invading politics, going into national security threats. Okay. I miss Tulsi directly, and also Curtis, David Rem. He's actually also running for mayor. David Young. Okay, he's actually some communist from PSL, right? And we should talk, man. I put him on twice. David Rem twice. Interesting. Mitch, Radio Korea, Chinese Human Rights Alliance. They're actually some. I have an interview with them talking about fighting the CCP, stuff like that. Does that mean they're legit? Who knows, right? You got to do some digging. So, the neglect of Asian American men caused vulnerabilities in CCP infiltration. Asian American men aren't seen as leaders and struggle to get support, and we can't get support from people like Charlie Kirk. Only black and brown men can move up in that organization. There's all this lack of support creates a condition where Asian American politicians and activists struggle for support become vulnerable. Lester Chang, right? This is all stuff that I talked about before. John Chan. I emailed out Grace Meng, who actually replaced Tulsi at the DNC. I included the information that we talked about earlier. So now I can actually forward this to that email that I saw on the website. So maybe, right, maybe she's not checking the Tulsi. I'm not getting error messages, right? Like if it bounces back, it means it's dead. Maybe she's too busy. Maybe she sees DJL7 and she doesn't want to see my emails anymore. I always did a lot for her, right? Yeah. But I guess I'm all used up. She doesn't want to alienate Jimmy Dore. That's why. And Trent Poole. Maybe Trent Poole, right? They work closely with the campaign. Doesn't want to vote. By the Ramona actually in my video with her, she's actually says that she worked with Tulsi Gabbard. She's a former FBI agent. Yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna forward this over here and see where this goes. So bam, Prince. That's the New York captain of the Tulsi team. So we just sent this to the hotline, and we'll see if they respond. Office of whatever. See if this guy does anything. Okay, so I just thought it was interesting the phone number wasn't working. Oh, I should also tell them the email. There's a Facebook question on the email. Let me also send that to them too. One more thing. Okay. This phone number is not working. Yeah, I'm so tired of Tulsi Gabbard for real. Like, I really am. But as in terms of speaking about the issues, I think she's one of the best to do it. Unfortunately, um, you know, my direct experience is disappointing. The number on the website is not working. Facebook page is not working. Okay, there we go. All right. And Tulsi, or if anybody from the Office of DNI actually watches this, I would just want, please just hold Nick Bond accountable. Hundreds of thousands of dollars went missing at the People's Party. Okay? And in order to, and 7 generations of different leadership called out, including Jonathan Martin, right? Yeah. The abuse, I documented a lot of it, right? They would cycle it through like an MLM, like a multi-level marketing scheme. They have one batch of people come in, then they knew that they had to know what was going on because people would quit or they would flush them out, and they would have a new batch come in, and they would you know keep taking the money, right? Yeah, but they had to get rid of the old batch who knew things were foul, so they kept a new batch of victims cycling in. They Anyways, I've made so many videos about this, but we're just gonna shoot that to them. All right.